morning, everyone. Today I am working on some cross stitch. Cross stitch is a form of embroidery. It's really easy to do, except this is a complicated design. I'm watching the news if you hear background noise. So this is what I'm making. And I am right up here. So this is a 4-page pattern. This is page 1 I'm doing. Page 1 is going to go all the way down to here. Page 2 is going to go right there, and then the bottom of the fabric, which I have folded up, will be page 3 and 4. So the finished size of this is going to be 11 by 14. And here's all the threads that I have labeled. I have 2 of those full of thread. And this is going to take quite a while to finish. And I have an eyeball on my fabric because, of course. Actually, this is a magnet that holds the needle when I'm not using it, so I don't lose my needles. So I'm going to get started here with this orange color. There are about 35 different colors in this. So this is definitely a long-term project. This is not going to be done probably for about a year. I don't really work on this every day. I have the fabric stretched out in a Q-snap, and I'm knotting my thread already, and I have it on a stand, so I can just sit in front of the stand and not have to hold the actual work, and my thread's too long, that's why it's knotting up. So this is kind of like diamond painting, but with thread, and it's not, the design isn't printed on the fabric. I have to use this pattern right here. See my highlighters, I'm marking off as I go. So, sorry I keep sniffling. I'm drinking hot coffee. It's loosening up my innards, I guess, in more ways than one. It's pretty gloomy out today. It's very gray. I have like every light on in here and still looks really dark. And I have the blinds open. Well, it's hard to see. I have a little light right here too. I don't know if that's any better. I'm using my webcam today too. I don't know how good this is going to turn out. I can use my webcam and position it the way that I want to, and then I'm actually looking at my computer screen right now, and I can see what I'm doing. And how this is going to look. And it's not a very comfortable setup right now.
In. Well, I need to take a look at what's going on around Minneapolis. That's a big winter storm, and it's going to get even bigger as we head into the weekend. But here's what's very interesting about it. Let's zoom the map over just a little bit. Now, it started, the storm itself, began in the Pacific Northwest. It started gaining strength. Now, as we head into Saturday and Sunday, notice its overall path. It stays south of us. So this thing is going to curve right around us in Michigan. It's going to be a really big story around the nation this weekend. Some ice, yes, for southern states, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Snow for a lot of people as well, but it misses us. So we're going to remain on the calmer side as we move through this weekend, despite the fact that this storm is going to be right around us. It's going to avoid us. Here's the planner for today. Let's really look at your Friday. 8 a.m., noon to 4 p.m. Temperatures begin to drop. That wind is going to be 20 miles an hour. That's a cold north wind, guys. Some flurries, it's a possibility. It's not going to be a major deal, but it's a possibility. Colder and drier as we head into the weekend. Certainly Saturday, 19 degrees. We start Saturday with the wind chill near zero. We end Saturday with the wind chill near zero. That means Sunday starts on the cold side, getting up to 30 degrees. Heading into next week, no huge snow systems on the way, but it does look like we're going to see some snow as we move into late Tuesday night through most of the day on Wednesday. But guys, nothing gigantic when it comes to snowmakers. Just a couple of lighter systems by the middle of next week.
All right, Ryan with his JOMO weekend doesn't care about that. At the top of the show we talked about the joy of missing out, meaning just no plans for the weekend. You don't have to worry about the weather because you're going to be watching football, and many other people are too. Ratings for NFL games, regular season, averaged a little more than 17 million viewers each telecast. And NFL
I gotta stop and count my stitches so I don't make a mistake.
The highest viewership numbers in 6 years.
Whoa.
So
Just
apparently
7.
people couldn't get enough of the
1, 2.
Cowboys because Dallas
Alright,
played
2
in
more
5
on
of the
this
10
row.
most watched games. That includes this year's most watched game. Nearly 41 million tuned in to see the Cowboys play the Raiders on Thanksgiving.
Gotta love the
41 million. That is incredible.
You guys want to talk glowingly about the Cowboys real quick? Keep in mind, the general manager of our station, gigantic Cowboys fan. So if we just want to talk about how much we all love the Cowboys, how great the Cowboys are, do you want to do that?
I mean, I've always been a Cowboys fan myself.
The biggest I've known is Dina.
I do secretly love the Cowboys this year, too, because San Francisco is the big, sexy upset pick this week.
Right.
A lot of people picking San Francisco to upset Dallas in the playoff game this week. I say no.
Not me.
Not me. I did just a couple of more things about this NFL number. 91 of the top 100 shows in 2020 were NFL football games. The top 16, 1 through 16 NFL, and 48 of the top 50 were NFL football games. If that doesn't go to
What
show
is it about football, professional football, that brings in so many viewers?
It's got everything, man. I mean, it's got entertainment, it's got athleticism, it's got teamwork, it's got perseverance, it's got storylines, it's got a soap opera too. I mean, every aspect of entertainment you have on the screen. I could watch any football game you put on there, I'll watch.
I think it's just comforting. For me this year, I found myself.
This is what the news is about. They're talking about this shit on the news. What's the? Where's the actual news?
Normal.
These guys are just chatting like friends.
You know, thirsting for normal, so it worked for me.
And honestly, too, in all seriousness,
You know some shit went
many
down.
states now have legalized
Talk about the
gambling.
news.
And the #1 sport.
They could talk about this shit on the phone together with each other.
If you look
You know what I
at
mean?
just pure viewership, highest in 6 years since 2015. A lot of
Okay,
that
I
has to do
stopped
with
there. I gotta
multiple
go.
states have legalized gambling.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Next on the 9, we're going to find out what you guys are talking
This
about. Lots of
way.
funny comments coming in. It's
Are there?
hashtag the 9.
Any about basements or ticket stubs?
People are supporting you, Ryan. Your fans love you.
Hey, and I love them. I love them.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to get real.
And commercials.
Spending a lot more money than I am, fighting for your attention without ever challenging what they're really fighting for. And Ben Johnson's law, my name might be the first thing that you hear, but it will be the last thing that you care about. Because this isn't about me. I'm in your corner. Fight the good fight for you, with you. Because no justice, no peace, calling 5-5 Ben fights today. When Subway opened, they changed the fast food. Sometimes you gotta refresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new. Some say you can't fit one ad. I say we're talking new All-American Club, LA style up the roasted turkey, and oh yeah, that's the one with the little seasoning. Right, which makes it next level cooking. Hold on, but I'm not.
With my hectic life, you'd think retirement would be the last thing on my mind. Mom, can I go play video games? Sure.
Okay.
Thankfully, Boyer provides programs.
Now I'm trying to do this where it takes practice. I'm trying to do this where this hand stays underneath and this one on top. So I can just grab the needle underneath with my left hand. See, that ain't working out. I just got another knot. This is not a tutorial, by the way. Because I'm not very good at this. And of course it's going to knot up on me when I'm filming this, but usually things go smoothly. This is about the point where you just say, screw it, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, I got it. There's my needle. Alright. Yeah, it's hard to do that with one hand on the bottom and one on the top. I want to keep coming back up with this hand for some reason. So I could work on this for an hour or two, and it's gonna look like I didn't get much done, because this is pretty painstaking. And I actually don't feel like doing that much on it today. But I will finish this little row. Alright, that's it for that, for today. These little areas right here, I didn't put a color in yet, right there where it's bare. But you can see just how little these stitches are and how long that's going to take. So that's that. I'll come back in a little bit. I'm going to make some more coffee. And I'll show you the other stitching project I'm working on. I think I showed it before. It's the sunflowers. I'll show you how far I'm getting on that. And then I might do some diamond painting. So I'll be back. Okay, so here's the other stitching project I'm doing. I think I showed this before. The sunflowers. This is a printed cross stitch, meaning I don't have to count or follow a pattern. It's all printed on the fabric. So I have it kind of rolled up here because the part I'm working on is right here. This is sort of like a magnetic holder. I hold it right there. Take that off. Okay, so this is the unworked area right here. That's what I have left. And then I've rolled up the rest of it, and I use these magnetic ties. They're for cords, but I use them to hold the fabric. So this part, I'm going to roll up what I don't have done. Show you what I do have done. My lighting sucks. I have the window open, but it's not very bright out today. Alright. So hopefully this one will be finished. Hopefully by the end of February. I don't work on this every day either. So that's the progress on that. The printed cross stitch are pretty easy to do. You don't have to think about counting or following a pattern, like I said. So it's pretty much just stabbing your needle in there on the color key. The back of it's really messy. So that's the progress on that. I probably won't show this again until it's completed. And then I'll come back in a bit and I'm going to start working on the diamond painting. I'm going to do the eye right here.